Fourth graders, Mr. B here again. Hope you guys are doing awesome. Today is April 23rd, Friday, April 23rd. Today we're going to continue our math, okay? So once again, you're going to need a pencil and your decimals homework packet. We're going to be on page 7, okay? So I'm trying to fix the pages here on our I'm trying to fix the pages on the reading rundown so they match up with the packet, okay? Um, Remember, you only need to do the ones that I do in the video. Okay, the rest are extra practice. And then afterwards, you're going to work on Math Excels T1 through T5. If you've noticed, those are the same ones that we've done throughout this week. Okay, so if you are done with those, then don't worry about it. Then you're good to go after the lesson. Okay, but otherwise, make sure that you have completed those. Okay. So today we are working on writing kind of mixed numbers, but with decimals today. Okay. So we're writing it with mixed numbers and then we're writing it as decimals. Okay. So let's get going. Okay. So we're going to be on page 7. It's going to have like a page 4 on top here too. Okay. We'll do the front side together and the back side will be extra practice. Okay. So the key thing for the key thing for with whole numbers is noticing the and, right? Okay. So on this side, it's going to be our decimal with our whole number, and this side's going to be our fraction. Okay. So notice, break it up. 6, okay, so that tells me that's our whole number, right? Because it has the and, so that tells us this is our whole number, okay? And 551 thousandths. So 551 ends in the thousands. Okay? So now, how you would write that as a mixed number now, right? Okay? So we have 6, okay? 6. And then we have 551 over 1,000. Okay? So go ahead and try this one by yourself. Pause the video, try this one by yourself. We did that one. Okay? So once again, we see the and again, right? 6. Okay? So that tells us that 6 is going to be our whole number. And 484 thousandths. 484 thousandths, right? Because it ends in the thousands. Okay? So now, mixed number now. Start with our whole number again. 6. Okay? Now, we go to our fraction. 484 thousandths out of a thousandths. Okay? Go ahead and try 3, 4, and 5 now. Pause the video. Okay, so notice 1. So we start with 1.261. 261 thousandths. Ends in the thousandths place value. We're good to go. So now, take our whole number again. We got our 1, right? Now, 261 thousandths. This right here tells us what this needs to be. Okay? And this tells us what this needs to be. Okay? All right, number 4, 8 point, because we have the and, 697 thousandths. 697 and ends in the thousands. Okay? So now we have 8.697 over 1,000. Okay? Oh, I'm sorry, we don't need the point. My bad. 8. There we go. Okay, moving on to number 5 here. So we have 3. Okay, 3 and 885. So 885 thousandths. And 1,000. So now we move over here. We have 3 as our whole number. Okay, and we have 885 over 1,000. Right, because this tells us what this is. And this tells us what this is. Okay. All right. Go ahead and finish the rest of the page by yourself, and then I will go over them on the video here, okay? Finish the rest of the page by yourself, and I'll go over them here on the video, okay? So we have 5 and, okay, so that tells us this is our whole number. Whole number. Okay? So 5 point, okay, this is just another way to say decimal. 785, and then it ends in the thousandths place value. Okay, so now we go 5, 785 over 1,000. Okay, so we have 5, and so this is just a decimal point. 676 thousandths. Okay, thousandths. So we have 5, 676 out of 1,000. Okay. Now on the 8 here, so we have 2 and, so that's a decimal point. 195 thousandths, right? Because it ends in the thousandths place value. So 2 point, or no, I'm sorry, we got to do a fraction here. My bad. 2 195 over 1,000. Okay, number 9 now. 8 and, so 8 point, right? Because the and tells us it's a point. That's our decimal point. 694 ends in the thousandths place value. So 8 694,000 out of 1,000. Okay. Next up, we have 7. 7 and, so that's a decimal point. 54 hundredths. Ooh, it's trying to trick us here. Okay. 54 hundredths ends in the hundredths. Okay, so it's trying to trick you. We've been working on. So now we have 7, 54, and then it ends in 100, right? Out of 100. Okay. This backside is going to be extra practice. Okay. The backside is going to be extra practice. Okay. Remember, if you haven't completed the IXLs from this past week, T1 through T1 through T5. Okay. You need to make sure that you do that. Score up to 80. Otherwise, that is all for math today. Okay. So let me know if you need any help on the lesson. Otherwise, have a great weekend.